I can only think about one thing.
Oh, yep, it worked. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Let's turn that down. Okay. Yep. That's the very dull computer science stream, alright. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Welcome. There you go. That's a good enough volume. We'll go with that. Alright, well, there we go. Time to clock in some rows. Awesome. Never used this software before, so we'll just figure it out as we go along, really. There we go. Oh, it's a home. I need to expand this so I can read a little better. Awesome. Okay, cool. And then this is... Alright, so basically the plan is, I've made a system, C# in here, all of this. Most of it's commented out from where my attempt failed and I did it again. And I've ended up with this bit up here. And I think I've got it working, but to test it out I need to change this access database into this SQLite database. That's going to take a minute. That is going to take a minute. To say the least, really. So, we're just gonna clack in the stuff, really, and we're just gonna go through and we're gonna copy it all in. In theory, you could reduce a robot to do this, but the amount of time and research it would take to do that is less. Well, it is more than it would take than the time to do this. As well as the fact that doing this ensures that there'll be no flaws that I don't know about. In case the other one messes up, anything that would screw up the file, and hence ruin the processing of it, which would be a massive shame. I want to move on to the next song. That man. Oh. There we go. Also dead. Okay, yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, so basically I'm just going to be doing this for a couple hours, you know, just going through each of the things and clacking the values. And it's not going to be done automatically because I don't want to take the risk that something breaks. More importantly, this is for a college project, and I will gain decidedly no benefit from doing it such that a automated project does it, in theory, because that doesn't actually compute to the project itself. So, like I said, just not really worth the effort, so we're just gonna go through manually and be cute about it, you know. The cheap little rat. Yeah. So as you can see, I am literally copying it directly from the Access database. There is nothing else I'm doing here. It is simply that is simply it. That's just it, really. And I wonder if there's a way to, because whenever I play music from the folder of music that I have, it's like, wait, I can't move on it doesn't move on to the next one automatically. I don't know if there's a way to fix. I'm using Windows 10's built-in like Groove Music or whatever it's called, and it is just the worst. Even it's pretty annoying. I slightly hate it, but only slightly. Okay. This is mind you that after this table is done, I must then do several other tables and so forth. Because there's a couple on the listing. There's one or two, it must be said. Or faction. Okay. Insight section 1. All eyes on you. Awesome. Fisher. Survival. 1. Harvest for water. Alright? Yeah, that's right. Let's see. On the bright side, I think it'll at least take longer than I thought it would. No funk shall be within you. Get the whole world talking king. Yeah. I forgot that that sample's in there. It makes sense, because that's the funk song. That's when he's like, feel the funk! And so on. One way, can I... Sure? Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh wait, yeah, okay. If I click on the one at the top, it'll make one with it, which is good to know. Is there a... Oh, I have an option to turn it on to shuffle. Does that work? No, that does not work. Shuffle all 25. Oh, it does find them all eventually. Oh, if I shuffle it from the start, then it does it. Okay, there we go. So if I shuffle it, then that works for the music. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. Right, back to this. Performance 0. Favorite chord song. You're awesome. Persuasion. Guild. Inquisitor. Religion. And Motivation. In theory, it'll suck if I mess any of these up, but at the same time, the same would have been true if I did it when I had to fill in these values originally anyway. So I'm filling these values in off my own. I don't have a central database to pull from. So this is the, in theory, the first database of this type that I have immediate access to, unless I go mooching around online trying to find someone who will give me a new one. But you know, that is unlikely. That is very, very much not likely, really. Okay. Our next table is classic. Okay, cool. This jungle gym? Okay. So yeah, this is also a primary key one. Honestly, stupid. Yeah, that's right. Wait, is this? Yeah, this is add table constraint. One's add column. Okay, here it is. Yeah, constraints primary key. Okay, yeah, there we go. Might be. Except I want to edit this, so it's just a class. There we go. Size of like 20. That's fine. That will do us fine for our purposes. Feature 1. Oh no, I have to go through all the features. Oh no. That's gonna take ages. Oh well. Actually, can I duplicate a save column, delete column, move column down? No. Oh, there's the Zen. Yo, is that hit song by Nate himself starring The Boys? Crazy, bro. Yeah, no, you came at just the perfect time when Jungle Gym came on. I didn't expect that one to be on right now. That's a lucky shuffle, because I have it on shuffle right now. I'm just going between random ones. This is me right now. I say, ain't no bad luck, not it, you just suck. That's such a good line, dude. That's such a classic line. I can't even. What's the insert? So, if I just press actual insert, does it also do it? Okay, cool. That should hopefully speed things up a little bit. Insert. Liam, and I just give me motivation going on, pull an all-nighter. Why? For what purpose? For what purpose other than it's rated? Other than just it's based. Yeah, I need to go through a bit. I mean, the only person, is there much point in me telling you what the point is of all this? You probably don't care, I don't imagine. Is what I assume. PS5 restock at 3 and 5 Argos, game restock at 10 to 1. Wait. Oh, at 3 and 5 in Argos. Right, okay. I thought I was getting told like a secret code channel or something. Game restock at 10 to 1. I mean, is that... Wait. Oh, okay. I mean, well, I was gonna say surely that doesn't need to be an all-nighter, but you're like awful at anything involving not sleeping for anything longer than a little bit. So, I just did not know. There we go. Yeah. Well, we'll go back to the other one and change the other one. What? When we come to it. Which song is this? Oh, this one's Nia. Song. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's a reasonable cause. I don't know. Just play Eyes of Heaven. Grind your whole horse to destroy me tomorrow. Why not? Wait, yeah, tomorrow. That's correct. Yeah, it's Thursday. Oh no, maybe it's not a good day because you'll be shattered. I am physically incapable of waking up time. It's a midnight or 1 in the morning. Yeah. That was my presumption, is that anything of the sort would not work. How many features do we go to again? Why do we have these additional fields? Where did these come from? Yes. Excuse me? Whole horse tier 1. To know about that. I will say I played the game a little bit earlier with some of the hold on, let me edit the volume a little bit. With some of the Fugo tips that I learned. Not on like online or anything. I literally went into like one practice match against some AI and like dicked around. Lost tier 0. True. Facts. But yeah, I gotta say, while I think, you know, back in the day I was like too hard on Diavolo, I think now that I understand Diavolo, I think he's like quite good, you know. I think he's like a B tier, right? I think he's a reasonable B tier. Just his combo game isn't super good, but he just has gimmicks that gets him out of combos, and I think that's valuable in a game like Eyes of Heaven that has a lot of touch of deaths, right? Because that's just how it is, you know. It's good to be able to weasel your way out of it. But he just is trash at dash and health. Yeah, that's the main problem. he's a mediocre fighter, but a brilliant scientist. Basically, you know, he's pretty good at doing, you know, getting out of bad positions. He has a good disadvantage, is how it should be put. He has a good disadvantage, but he doesn't capitalize much when he's in advantage. Fugo, I think Fugo is just bad. I think he's just bad, dude. I really think he's just bad. Even with the tips in tow, he seems pretty bad. Like, even just the fact, at least he's not Strawheim or Yukiko, who are worlds of the R1, but that R1 makes him unplayable. Yeah. I mean, even Strawheim at least has something to him in his, like, he has one or two things. Fugo, I want to, well, that's the thing, though, because okay, I was testing this out before, and it seems like, to me, right, when you use your, like, your L1 circle, whatever, it's called, like, don't stand near purple haze or something. It's called don't stand near purple haze, I think. And if you do that, and then use your R1, I'm pretty sure it is almost, like, guaranteed, unless you, like, dash back immediately, his R1 can crit, right? If it does, I don't think it's that much more than a normal, like, one. Like, I think the damage is fine, right? The problem I have, one thing I noticed is that if you put down the poison, like, in front of you, like, with his R1 after you've charged it up, like, I'm pretty sure he almost always poisons himself. It feels like, because if you do it like that, if you do it after you've charged up, he always throws it directly in front of him, right? The only way he throws it at the opponent is if you jump up in the air and do it, which is the way you should do it, from my understanding. But the main issue with that is that you're still, first of all, it's still a limited resource. You can maybe flash cancel and move away. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think you can flash cancel and I think you can, like, dash back, but it's a bit bollocksy that you have to use a valuable resource, your stamina, because it uses half your stamina to dash back, right? And flash cancelling. Both of those are a valued resource, but having to use either just to use the only thing that makes your R1 good seems a bit bollocksy to me. Seems a bit bad. Like, it's already annoying that when he puts down his poison, it can hurt him, right? It's already annoying that he has no option, unlike Jonah, who can go into Golden Wind Requiem, or Golden Experience Requiem. You can't get Purple Haze feedback. You're just stuck with normal Purple Haze at all times. So it's like you are always vulnerable to your own poison, which is annoying. It's really annoying. Especially the fact that, other than his charge-up moves, he only has 2 actual hitting moves, as opposed to Diavolo, right, who has both. He has 2 hitting moves, but then he also has 2 escape moves, right? He has Eulogy and Such Futility. Purple Haze should have been a puppet stand like Red Hot Chili Pepper, but good IMO. Maybe. I mean, I don't think he needs to be a puppet stand. I think... I just would have liked if there was more mixture between the things he does in the poison mechanic, right? Because as it stands right now, they feel like 2 different things. The only way that you can mix them together is if you punch them with, whatever his top move is. The one that's not hit them, because it knocks them to the ground, right? You do that, and then you have to either drop lock and immediately R1 because it puts the thing in front of you. Because fun fact, while they're in invincibility frames on the floor, you don't throw the thing at them anymore. It'll just go right over their heads. So you either jump up and throw it at them, or you lock off, throw it, and then quickly lock back on, which sort of works. I was trying it out. It's not too bad, actually. And, you know, the damage is good because, unlike Avdol Flames, this is a fun fact I learned when reading, Avdol Flames, like, can't kill, right? Like they can't bring someone down past the end of their health bar. As far as I'm aware, like, they can't down someone. Same with most other continuous damage moves. But Purple Haze does. Or I guess Homicidal Virus technically does. Which is pretty good. But I just think it's very annoying that it is a limited resource that can also harm you. It does a status effect. It does a status effect. It does, It does a status effect where, while they are, for like some amount of time, I don't know how long, they will continually take damage. Which is pretty good. I think that's good. But it's such a small amount, which is why, in theory, the best way to play a Fugo... This is what I'm theorizing, is that the best way to play Fugo is just be incredibly lame, right? Like, just cam someone, just like poison them and then walk away and let them die, right? Oh, retard, I didn't get rid of the E. Fug. In theory, the best way to play him is very, very generic. Yes. Yeah. It's a status effect. But obviously the trade-off is that you can hit yourself with it as well, which is not ideal, right? It's not very good. I think you would have just seen the Artix launcher appear for a second there. Yeah, Artix game launcher just showed up on screen. I need to make all these bigger so I can read them. Fuck, dude. His knockdown is pretty good. Yeah. He does use the funny fog. He does use the funny fog and smash them to the ground. That's what you're supposed to do, I guess, from my understanding. From my understanding, his quote-unquote optimal thing, right, that actually makes use of his gimmick and so on, is do 2 punches, because his regular punch combo is only like, 2 regular hits and then he attacks with Purple Haze, right? My understanding is that what you should do is you should do 2 punches, dash to the side, right? Because they'll still be stunned long enough for you to be able to do that, and then hit them again, and then do 1 punch triangle to smash them to the ground, then either de-lock, like lock off, and use Homicidal Virus, or jump up and use Homicidal Virus. And then it is more or less guaranteed that when they get up, they will be hit by Homicidal Virus, I think. But I mean, if we hold on, like, let's do a little here we go. Let's pull up the Discord here. We're gonna type in community. Actually, I think it's in. I was looking at this before. There's a community tier list that the owner. Okay, so this guy COD player, right? Apparently this guy's like legendarily good at the game. Apparently he's like insanely good. And he beats like everyone. And this is the community tier list. Based on the rankings of the community, all the people in this Discord. So according to this, we have Fugo right at the edge of C tier. And some of this surprises me. Some of this I very much surprises me. Seeing Rohan in B tier makes me think that there is something that would, I just don't get, right? Because the rest of it makes sense, Yukako, Caesar, Stroheim, all very low. The 2 puppet characters very low. What surprised me was Akira in A. So I guess there's some. I assume he can attack. I assume he can actually attack, but I just don't know how. I guess I just don't know how. He just seems to rock out on the guitar. Because what you have to realize is that we obviously based our entire opinion off this character over 1 game, where I had no idea what he does because I just picked him random, right? So hard to pass judgment off of that alone. Rohan can lock you out of basic attacks and special attacks with different abilities. So that's what he. Okay, so that's what he does. That makes sense. Locking you out of basic attacks is pretty good. I feel like locking someone out of special attacks, depending on character, I feel like just destroys certain characters, right? Akira has the highest basic attack range and walking speed of any character when in Red Hot Chili Pepper, yeah. I noted that. I noted that. When I was Red Hot Chili Pepper, I was busting you. And then I tried to attack you outside of Red Hot Chili Pepper, and it did not work. And I felt very threatened when I realized that fact. and then I got killed. I kind of died, in fact. But yeah, so obviously Fugo not very good in the bottom echelon of characters, in fact. Diavolo and the two Dios all next to each other, which I thought was really funny. I thought it was really funny that most of our characters are around B tier, right? So like Diavolo, Kosaku, Okuyasu, Kakuin, both the Dios, Whole Horse, and slightly above Mariah and slightly below Fugo. As well as slightly above Guido if you want to count him. Whole Horse. There he is. Look at him, yeah, that's right. Horse? Whole Horse, yeah. That's him. He's in B tier, he's in upper bit B. Which makes sense. I think that makes sense, yeah. And then along the top we got, as expected, Jotaro Part 4. I don't know what Kira does really good. I think you should get really good at Kira, because I want to fight a really good Kira. With my Diavolo. Monkey average Diavolo, man. Says you. Average Kosaku, man, be like insect on the ground. Have average Whole Horse, man. Shiokebe. I mean, a Whole Horse that almost assuredly has much bigger combos than... Here's apparently way better as a Rushdown character. That sounds about right. I mean, he has sheer heart attack. I feel like sheer heart attack combined with the schmack is probably pretty good. Maybe not. Maybe sheer heart attack does not. His stand rush ends with you making the opponent a bomb. So can you just punch them, make them a bomb, and then leave? And then just pull them up, and then just do it again. Joshu's design is so ugly. I literally know nothing about his character, but he's such an ugly character. He has such an ugly design. Just make it with that and ignore it otherwise, yeah. That sounds about right. I mean, you just ignore heart attack in the funny coin toss. That makes sense. I mean, even then, I feel like heart attack and funny coin toss are still good as just panic options anywhere. Like, if you're just sitting... Well, because that's what I was kind of saying earlier, was that I feel like the best characters are ones who just have really busted conversions in their basic combos. Because a character isn't good for having one, like, really good gimmick, right? Like, Whole Horse can have a touch of death, but that doesn't matter if it's only, like, one touch of death that he has, right? It helps him be good, but it does not make him really good, because there is still all of the factors to consider of, like, neutral and, like, you know, the entire point of footsies and the game and so on. I wish Kira had Kosaku's R1, since Kosaku R1 is a blockable and can hit you on the ground. Yeah. I mean, that's sort of the point, right? That Kosaku is like... Kira Kotomi, but at that point just uses Rush. I mean, if he had Kosaku's R1, he'd be like really, really good. He'd be even better. He's already really, really good. He'd be even better. He'd be like absurdly good. It's almost like that. Yeah, I feel like it's a part of the game design also one. Yeah, no, I think they should make him busted so I can play him and win. If you want to play a character and win, just play Jonathan, dude. We already know. We already know how it'd be. If we wanted to be really good, you would play Jonathan and I would play Josuke, and then we'd go online. That's just it. Deadman's Q skin, true. That's a good point. Same reason I play Diavolo over Mariah. I'm gonna get the black man skin. I almost said blackface skin. I can't say that on YouTube. Ah, shit. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not too focused on like learning the shit out of one character's combos or anything. I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go along, more or less. You know, play one character, figure out that character, which is why I think I'm on the way of figuring out. Wait, what? Oh, fast move. You know, I think I've more or less sort of figured out Fugo. I just think he's bad. Really. AI gonna carry twice as hard? True. Facts. Can't wait for you to load in with your Dio AI. I played against a guy online and I was so pissed off because I was playing Diavolo. Actually, no, it's a lie, I was playing Fugo. I was playing Fugo and I was doing okay. Because I went on one ranked match, right? I went on one ranked match to see what would happen. And I was beating this guy. I was actually winning. And then his AI partner, like Dio, like part 1 Dio comes in and just starts smacking me every time I'm trying to combo in. And I'm like, well, where's my Jono at? And I pan out and he's at the other end of the stage with less than half a health bar gone. And I say, okay. Okay, Jono. I'm such a retarded. I just fucked up. Okay. I was annoyed. Every time I always get epically pwned by the AI. I hate it. I just want to play with people who aren't AI, man, but I know as soon as I do, the internet's gonna crash and die. I know the game's gonna break. I don't want the game to break. I want it to work. I want it to work really good and stuff. Who should I try and learn after Fugo, do you think? When I feel as if I have got as good as I can at Fugo. Which, I don't know if I'll go spend as much time on Fugo as I did on Diavolo, partly because I understand the game a lot better now. But also because I think he's going to be less fun Yukako. Okay, I'll play Yukako. Yeah. I'll play worst character in the game. I'll do that. We can both bring Yukako. That's true. Hold on. Hold on. I thought this was based. Let me see if I can find it. They had a stat sheet for... Yeah, here we go. Unofficial. This was their character stats for their tournament. I think this was the amount of times the character has been picked. And then this is like, you know, overall, right? And then this was how many wins they had therefore gotten with that character. I think this is probably a bit old, because some of these don't work quite clearly. 1v1 no AI, Josuke 4, very popular. My understanding is that Josuke 4 is by far the best in a 1v1. 2v2 it's a bit more debatable. I think Jonathan's the best in 2v2. Yeah. It's like between those two, depending on 2v2 or 1v1. But I really liked that in general stats overall. If we scroll down to Mariah. Mariah has 7 total tourney picks. Compare this to Josuke 4, who has 17 total tourney picks and therefore has a win rate of 47%. Mariah has 7 total tourney picks with 7 wins and has therefore 100% win rate. And I think that's pretty funny. Holhorse also has 100% win rate because he has been picked once, supposedly. I think this is based on tourneys. I assume so. Lisa picked a surprising amount of times. Certain characters never picked, such as Yukako and Shigechi, or Trish and Fugo, actually. That's what those stats kind of look like, which I thought was a pretty funny little thing. I wouldn't mind trying to learn Yukako though. And I've attacked the whole horse win rate. Let's go. That's true. Can we do that? Can we intentionally sabotage all the, like, low tiers? Can we sabotage... Let's play Mariah and Whole Horse. That's a good combo. Because that makes sense, right? They're both these, like, kind of annoying running away characters, right? They can both kind of afford to piece the scene every now and again. That, you know, they work together in the, you know, in that they're both some of Dio's minions, you know, whatever you want to call them. Whole Horse really likes big titty women. Mariah's a big titty cum slut. That's just it. They're both the best characters in Heritage. I so wish Oingo was a... I wish Whole Horse... fucking... No, not Oingo. Yeah, Whole Horse Boingo, that's right. I got them mixed up, yeah. I wish Whole Horse Boingo was playable in Eyes of Heaven. That would be very cool. I've always thought if I played Eyes of Heaven, not Eyes of Heaven, Heritage for the Future, I would want to, cause I would want to play Karkuin, but he's like broken good. Well, his original version is, his like secondary form. Post Sunglasses Karkuin is meant to be worse. But, I always said because of the fact that if I'm playing him, I'm a tier whore. I would want to play Mariah, because I think that would be funny. Play like this second worst character in the game behind Whole Horse Boingo. In contention, even, you know, somewhat debatable. Because at least with Mariah, you can kind of in Heritage for the Future, you can kind of fuck around. You can kind of do some funny things. The best you get as Whole Horse is you get a bad command grab. A very ugly bad command grab that only works if your opponent has like the tiniest brain on earth. And then after that, I kind of want to learn to play Karkuin better. Partially because I feel justified, now I know he's not that good. He's like B tier. Or whatever. Ah, fuck, retard. Stupid as fuck. Okay. Does Whole Horse... I feel like Whole Horse probably doesn't have any unique dual heat finishes with anyone else in the game, right? I assume he wouldn't. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have one with Dio. Even though he should, honestly. If you ask me, Whole Horse and Dio should have a dual heat attack where Whole Horse realizes he's losing the fight, so he turns around and he tries to shoot Dio, then Dio stops time and the bullets pass him and go to the enemy. And the Whole Horse says, yeah, I got him for you. And then Dio like just laughs or something. I think that would be a cool dual heat attack. They should have hired me for the game. I think there should be more funny dual heat attacks. Because I think the only like funny one I can think of that's like inherently comedic in nature is like Joshu and Josuke 8, where they make him like slip along the floor to get rid of the friction. That's the only one I can really think of. As well as Okuyasu's, but that's just because his is like that on its own, where he hits himself with the pot. Right. Otherwise, there's none of them that really, like, imprint on me, other than, like, Dio and Dio's, where they do that. This is the world bit, right? Because that's cool. There really should be more. I found out, I didn't realize before, I think I knew this before, but I'd forgotten, that Fugo and Narancia have a dual heat attack with each other, where Fugo throws out a bunch of the poison pellets, whatever you want to call them, and Narancia uses Aerosmith to shoot them and kill them, and blow them up, which is pretty cool, but at the same time, I mean, could be cooler, right? You know what I mean? In general, I think that could be more. Diavolo very famously just doesn't have one, which pretty lame. Diavolo should obviously have one with Giorno, where Giorno uses Golden Experience Requiem to put Diavolo in an infinite time loop of winning the fight over and over and over, and never losing. Yeah, I don't know. But I suppose it's easy to be like, oh, my one complaint with the game is that it should have more of the content that it has, right? And it's easy to say that. It would have been cool though, you know. Because, like, in theory, other than... Do many villains have dual heat attacks, other than Dio? Because obviously Dio, like, has character connections and stuff. Diavolo doesn't. I don't think Kira even has one with Kosaku, which surprised me when I saw that. Because you would figure, right? You would figure. But I guess not. Dio is literally only the only villain. He is the only villain with a dual heat attack, huh? That's such a wasted opportunity. I would have loved to see like a whole horse, you know, like Mariah one, or like a Diavolo Trish one, or like you know, Akira Kosaku. Shit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know why. Cause I guess it's like that the animations or whatever, but it's like you know, you know. I don't know. I feel like if the draw of the game is the content of like playing the characters, right? Because the game's not balanced. There is very clearly two best characters in Josuke and Jonathan. The game is not balanced. And there's two, you know, there's very clearly bad characters that aren't usable at all, like Yukako and Caesar, and so on. But so it's clearly not that well balanced. I feel like past a certain point it can't be that hard to do the Budokai Tenkaichi 3 tactic. Because I think Budokai Tenkaichi 3 to this day is probably like the best example of like this complete fan service of a game, right? Where you could just do like play like any character, do like all these different setups and so on, you know? Like literally like over 100 characters or something. You know? I guess it's a bit different because they have to they would naturally have to program a lot more for a stand ability than for other ones. I imagine it is a lot harder to program, you know, the world time stop as opposed to programming another beam attack that's really big and loud and stuff, right? Especially when Budokai Tenkaichi 3, a lot of moves are pretty much copies of each other. Even body swap gets pretty boiled down to nothing much, really. Which irrationally annoys me, but that's besides the point. Hehe. Neither here nor there. Jolene has an infinite too. Jolene has an infinite. That's best. I'm sure there's a couple characters with something along the lines of an infinite. The thing is, I mean, because the thing is, right, the theory is that infinites aren't as strong because you're meant to have a partner. Or whatever, you know. But yeah, they're technically not as strong because, you know, you have these partners and stuff, but, you know, that obviously isn't the case if you choose to do a 1v1 tourney, you know? Or if your AI is just dipshit, really. If your AI is just, like, stupid. Which, in my case, for one reason or another, it tends to be. Which, you kind of hate to see, Billy. You kind of hate to see it. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. Yo, is that Facebook? I have literally no idea who I have no fucking clue who that is, dude. I'm an absolute freakazoid. Let's go Abigail Webster. Let's go, Abby! I don't even know why I'm getting... Why did I just get a Facebook? I'd say the first time I've ever got... Why did that happen? Why did that happen? I've never had that happen before. Get a notification, get a desktop notif from Facebook. It's because I bought the Oculus Quest, bro. They've hacked into my data, Zeus was right. Oh shit. Oh, bollocks. I'm screwed now. I'm finished. Here's what we'll do, we'll get Kira to play it, and she can learn Jolene, because she really likes Part 6. And she'll learn the Infinite, because that's all she needs to know. They all close up from the cameras in the eye hole. I'm lucky I don't have a camera hooked up. They physically cannot see me. Did you Sam? Did you see the? I posted about it in Diversify earlier, so you probably saw it. It was a big Melee update that I thought was very conceptually interesting. Big thing happened. Big release. Released Wolf as a character, and released Wolf as a character and a bunch of Smash 64 stages modded in, and like a whole new game mode and stuff with a new stage attached to it, which I thought was quite. Campbell's chunky Jigglypuff. Yo, I don't think that's actually one of the costumes. I think the costumes are more generic stuff, but I wish. I wish it was a Hungry Box costume for Jigglypuff, where he's wearing the Campbell's Chunky Soup rep. What song's this? This is Sheng Sheng. I don't remember this one too good. But this one actually. But yeah, they added like a volley. Basically, this group called like Arcania made this mod. They made this big mod. But they were like, okay, we're just gonna add like Wolf as a character, like not as like a reskin of Fox. Like he's just like a new character with his own animations and like a bunch of new hitboxes and stuff. And yeah, you know, he's gonna have his own place on the character select screen with his own render that's like uniquely rendered in the Melee style. You know, while we're at it, we'll just throw in a new volleyball game mode that you can play, where you knock a ball between each other in a very Lethal League-esque manner, and it's like. And then they were like, oh yeah, and then also you can play it all online if you have Slippy. Smash Ultimate Wolf or Brawl Wolf? I mean, right now it's not finished yet, so a lot of it is still like Melee Fox, right? But I think it's more Brawl Wolf. It's more like PM Wolf, who is more based on Brawl Wolf, is the idea, because PM Wolf is like Brawl Wolf if he was Melee, so they took PM Wolf and ran with that, because that just makes sense, right? So it's more like Brawl Wolf, in theory. I think this is right. Time to do 3 more tables. Let's go. But yeah, it's like a lot of the things are currently still like samey to Fox, right? So like for example, like his back air. No, what am I thinking of? His nair is still like the same. His like his shine, I think, is the same as Falco's. He's like a mixture of PM Wolf and Melee Falco and Fox still, because he's not done yet. They haven't finished development, but he's already got unique animations for stuff. Like he does the thing where he like goes diagonally upwards for his side B. He has the unique shine animation, even if the properties of it are the same as Falco's, I think. His up B is Falco a little bit. What's he look like though? He looks kind of silly. He looks kind of silly because they put him in like the Melee style, but I think it's kind of cute in like an endearing way. It's kind of endearing, I think. Let me find the render. The CSS render looks like this, and then in game he looks like this. And he speaks in Japanese. He has like a Japanese taunt that he does. Apparently this is the game. I didn't know this. I've not seen this. I had not seen this. That's kind of cool. Yeah, there's the volleyball mode that you can play, which is like its own thing. Does his side B spike? I don't know. I know it definitely does good damage at the end of the thing. I don't know if it spikes, but it definitely does good damage. Because I was watching Leffen stream it earlier, because Leffen is pretty much the only person I go to for Smash Melee content nowadays, because he's the only person who is any good at it. And like consistently makes content, right? You know? Because I could watch a Hungrybox stream, and I could watch him not analyze the game at all, or talk about, you know, the depth as to what things mean for several hours. Or I could watch a Mango stream where he's almost definitely not playing Melee. He's probably playing Valorant or drinking or something. Or I could watch a Leffen one where he's playing the game. I don't know though. And maybe it spikes. At the absolute least, it definitely does good damage, and because of the way Melee works, I feel like if you hit someone with it off stage, if they're like at that point, which I know you can do, because I watched Leffen do it a couple times, it almost definitely would probably kill, because you don't recover as easily in Melee. So, you know, you probably die. You actually don't want it to spike. You don't want it to. I mean, you want it to spike, but you don't want it to meteor. Is what I'm saying. I guess if it went directly downwards like it does in Ultimate, that would be bad because you'd be able to meteor cancel. Because that's a thing in Melee. It does good damage in knockback though. I know that. And that's all I really know. I would have to play it myself, which I actually do want to. I want to download the mod and give it a go, but I don't have anyone to play online with who would play the Arcanea mod. You're not gonna, because you do know how to play the game. And you can go on Slippy with the Arcanea mod, but that's assuming the people you're playing with have the mod, which, you know, not certain, not necessarily confirmed. I know that I thought this was very interesting. If you put on an Arcanean mod like costume, right, and you like wear it, but you go on Slippy with someone who doesn't have the mod, it will just appear as like the normal base costume to them. So that means that you can have the costume just on your end. Wait. You can just have the costume on your end, even if no one else sees it. Which is quite helpful. That's just cool to have. Because having the costume isn't about other people seeing the... It's about the flex of knowing that you have the costume. That's what it's about. Is this Mahogany? I want to play it sometime though. I want to give it a go. I might see if I can do some... I don't know. Because I feel like it's the type of thing I maybe want to like stream just to like look at it. Like watch the content later, right? Because I want to watch Wolf. But... I don't know if... I necessarily want to record like a friendly in like the... Because I'm in the Super Smash Bros. Melee EU Discord, because this is what you should be in, realistically, if you're trying to do that. This is what Leffen's... This is Leffen, by the way. This is Leffen's Discord. That's him. This is his it's not his Discord, but it's a Discord that he's been pushing because he's pretty much trying to tell people in EU to stop being retarded and like actually work together, right? For like the good of the community and stuff. How retarded? What the fuck? Yeah, shit's broken, I don't know. Shit's broken, don't know why. But yeah, it's like, he's trying to get everyone in EU to work together and not be bride. Because right now in EU, what you get is you get a lot of, like, Italy tournaments for the Italians, but like why, right? When the Italians could also just be playing with the Portuguese, who could also be playing with, you know, the British, right? Who could also be playing with the Irish, right? Or like English could be playing with the Irish, I guess, whatever. You know, and have a much bigger tournament pool. And because of the fact that, you know, nowadays the netcode is so much better for Melee, did the Scottish have to join as well? Well, they don't have computers because of how poor they are and how they all live in mountains. So it's why I can understand they don't want that. I mean, they can't join. Troglodytes can't join, bro. They don't have they don't have what they need. They can't show it. No, but it's like, but there you go. So it's like, why would you intentionally exclude people if it's just going to make your tournaments less interesting, right? Because having a 30-man tournament is so much different to having a 90-man tournament. Especially if you can convince some of those 90 men to donate, and suddenly you have a prize pool, right? Even if it's like a £20 prize pool, that's still a prize pool. And suddenly, you see a lot more people entering the scene, wanting to play the game, which is good for the scene and people who want to play the game. And Leffen, unlike these idiots, isn't rotted and realizes that if you segregate all of these tournaments off to individual discords and not tell anyone where they are, unsurprisingly, people are not going to join the tournaments and the community is not going to grow, you know, because it is not appealing to an outside demographic. Whereas right now, I would argue that Melee is probably, out of every fighting game, one of the most appealing to an outside demographic. Because it's one of the only ones that you can play, like, in coronavirus times consistently because of the very, very well-made and good netcode. And the fact that so many people play it consistently, that there's so many resources, there's literally, like, perfectly made training modes and so on. You know? Yeah, fuck machine. You know, all this stuff, right? It's probably the best, because, I mean, let's be real. Right now, what fighting games are alive? What fighting games are alive and not dead that isn't Melee? There are none. There really are none. Nobody's playing any fighting games because either their online sucks or nobody is playing the game. You know? All the games that had good online, like Skullgirls and them's Fighting Herds, were going, well, you know, they had a certain upticking in players after Evil was made online and all this stuff, but they changed that, crazily enough. Foreign table, faction, whatever, dude. Yeah. So it's like that. It's like, what else is there to play that is a fighting game that people play, right? And has good... Because we're on about playing Eyes of Heaven and stuff, but like, that game has like horrific bad... Can I, sure, make a suggestion for background music? I always knew, I always promised that I would do armor for food. Fix that. Yeah, there we go. I always made I made a mental promise that I would play Nate stuff for a programming type stream one of these days. So I kept the promise finally. Oh. Can you put I am not eating bugs by Ghost on? Give me a sec. I'll... What the hell is this? What is this, dude? Okay, hold on. Pause this. This is actually Quarantine Exhibit C Freestyle. That's actually a really good song. Dude's a good rapper. Alright, I'm playing it. You should be able to hear that. Dude, what is this, dude? What the fuck is this, dude? What is this you've linked me? Yeah, I can hear it. Cool. Just tell me if anything's too loud, because I have Streamlabs doing this. As you can see right here, this is Streamlabs. I think it shows up on the recording. So I can just mess around with the audio quite easily. I mean, this is just like pleasant. Yeah, this is just okay. It's a bit edgy, but I like a bit of edge. I think I've said this before, I like a bit of edge in music. I like edgy songs. Okay. That's the divorce office with the bugs. Ignore this beginning, it gets epic, promise. What the hell is this? John 333, 333. Is that a spider doing a court documents in hand? She committed adultery. No. This is just the plot to Hamilton. You're just thinking a song that's the plot to Hamilton, dude. Come off it. Don't return with Raid Shadow Legends! Let's go! That's money. Easy money. It's epic now. Why is he talking about child support, bro? He's gonna go to prison instead. Murder is worse than adultery. Said it. This dude really said E-I-E-I-O, Cuphead 2 at me. This dude's spitting facts. Hey guys, look at him. Arg from shattering lack of common sense. Dude, what's happening? What is this? I'm really confused. What is it? What is this content? Cuphead 2. Where's Markiplier's niece at? I like this comment. I actually can't listen to the original song anymore. My ADHD ass only wants to hear the absolute chaos screaming of this. Oh, he's saying ooh ee ooh ah at me. Cuphead 22222. Yeah, sure is, huh? I was retarded, why'd you make me watch that? I was fucking stupid. Ghost makes funny versions of their own songs every April Fools. So they made a version of a funny bug eating song, but it's about paying child support. Official version's called Honey I'm Home, it's also pretty good. That's fair. But except this time, she filed for divorce. That's the classic moment. That's the classic trick. I suppose. Yeah, they made a song called Spider on the Wall that they remade to be I Am Eating Bugs. Then they changed Honey I'm Home to I'm Not Eating Bugs. I like that. What was that one? I saw one channel that for their April Fools. They're like a JoJo cover channel or something. They like cover JoJo songs. And for their April Fools, they pretended as if they were gonna do Traitor's Requiem. But then it like after 20 seconds changes to Oingo Boingo's outro. Or something. I think that's one of the ones. Aratado, what the fuck did I just do? Oh yeah, this is right, I'm right. I like April Fool's jokes with music channels, because usually you just get good content out of it. Usually there is a funny joke behind it. Wait, Aratado? No. Okay, I said no. I remember, I think it was Amelie, maybe. I think it was Amelie, Leon Lai, maybe. I don't know. Who, on like some April Fools, she did a song cover. And for the song, the whole point was that it was just her ranting at people who get mad at her for not doing a literal translation. Because obviously no one who does a cover of Japanese songs ever does a literal translation, because it will not come out well. And the entire song is just about making a point of... She translated it wasn't long enough. Yeah, it doesn't fill out the bars to the song. Which is pretty funny. It then literally just cuts off midway. As well as the fact that, in general, it just doesn't sound right. If you actually sing it in English, it just doesn't really sound right, because the words aren't there. They're just not there. Because even ones that are like well changed, like well translated, sound sort of weird. Like there's this one cover that someone did of the Death Note OP, Studio Uraki. They did a cover of the Death Note OP, and I really like it, but some of the wording in it is pretty funny sounding. Can I make another song? I'm curious if you like this or not. Sure. Go ahead. This is a professional stream, so I'm able to get away with it with my Twitch money. What's the song recommendation? What is it? I gotta know now. You gotta tell me. I don't care if I just like it because I like literally every song, or if it's actually good. We'll see. I mean, we've established this before. Your ears are broke. They don't work. They're busted. They're not like why Joshua busted. I linked it, but I guess it didn't go through. No, yeah, links don't go through. They get auto-modded by YouTube, I think. Just tell me the name and I'll just look it up. Like the creator and stuff. Horror Show by DJ Shadow. Hold on. Beat Danny Brown. The actual rapper is Danny Brown. Yeah. Yeah, featuring Danny Brown, yeah. Let's play it. DJ Caliber for Trim. We'll listen. What the fuck? Oh, it's a song. I think I've heard this song. He does have a funny voice. Oh, retard. Okay. Sorry, I thought something. I've put it in the bot a few times, I think. That might be why. I don't know. It doesn't, because we have to realize as well is that I hang out with a bunch of people who are like music kids, right, and spend all their time playing and learning music and stuff. So despite the fact that I do not listen to music that often on my own, I'm usually just kind of listening to it in passing, so I just hear a lot of things in passing. on. I fucked up something in this original one here. That's interesting. I never put... When is he meant to get hybrid transformation? Third? Okay, third. Oh, retard. There we go. Awesome. There we go. I think the instrumental's good. I think the voice is funny, but it's kind of grating. It's kind of annoying. Over a longer course of time. I thought this was computer science, not Raid Shadow Legends. It's both. This is a database for D&D classes, basically, is what this is. So... So I'm going through and filling these in because I originally did it as an Access database, but I needed to be an SQL-like database due to new information that I have found out. Which is unfortunate, to be honest. Yeah, song was okay. I like the instrumental. The instrumental had that like, you know, horrorcore-ish feeling to it that I quite like. But I think the actual funny voice is maybe a little much after a point. It's kind of like how everyone makes fun of. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Eminem has his one album Relapse that a lot of people make fun of for because he does an accent during all of it. He does his accents, quote unquote, where he talks really funny and a lot of people don't like it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe laid it on a little thick on the voice. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I think it was still alright, because it's good that it made an imprint on me. But, you know, wouldn't put it in the playlist. Can I make another suggestion? Sure. I mean, you don't have to ask to make a suggestion. If you say to listen to a song, I'll probably just listen to it. It's something to do in between the monotony of click-clacking and the squares. Yo, is that the corona light? Homicidal virus? I'm gonna ask every time it's implied. Sure. Well, that's fine. What happened to your dominance from earlier on your little chart? Your aggression. What happened to that, huh? Where's all the swagger of the average African American man gone? I'm working on it. That shot made me realize that my circles were too big. Yep. It's almost like it's bad to glorify being a bad person. It's crazy. Oh, we don't. There we go. I would never be a bad person, SMH. I mean, that's what a bad person would say. In theory. Oh. Say, oh god, no. Yeah, I don't know. Just like, I don't know. I don't get it. Just like, from my point of view, it's just like, if you're about to do something rotted, just don't do the rotted thing. Right? I feel like that's just it. I don't understand being compulsive, it's cringe to me. I should put Waluigi rap on. No. No, I'm not gonna do that actually. Maybe later. Magic 8 Ball says, ask again later. I'm getting really good at click-clacking into SQLite. By the end of this, I could make like a whole database. Yours. I mean, because even then, even like monotonous things like this, I consider a good learning experience, because even something like this, I am slowly, you know, I'm increasing and getting increasingly good at certain things. I am learning small techniques with which to move faster, with which to type faster, which can be applied to other things, and that's really good. You should put, it's not a song. Well, I'm sure there's a song called, Wait, I'm right. What fuck am I looking at? Battle Master Student Boy, it's not your enemy. Okay. Should pick rap battles of history. Which one do you want on? Which one? Biden v Trump. That's topical because Biden became president yesterday. Oops. Oh, Goku vs Superman. Okay, I will. I should put on Slenderman v Freddy Faz. I should put in some JT music, to be fair. Ray William Johnson is Goku. That's true, he is. I don't... Remember when he was, like, relevant? Remember when Ray William Johnson was, like, relevant? What? Wait, is a part of this diss that he calls DBZ a complicated plot? That's a sus complaint. Put JT music, Spy vs. Umbron, but skip all the Sombra bits. I don't have the time to actively skip certain bits, I'll just play it in full. Do us all a favour. Jesus. Why is he so mad, dude? This dude's molding. Did he just say? Wait, did he just say? Look at those panties. Look at that camel toe. Oh. Okay. I mean, Goku wins Goku v Superman, right? Like, that's just it. He, like, blows up the planet and leaves, right? That's just it, right? I feel like. Now it's Deadpool v Boba Fett. Are we keeping on Deadpool v Boba Fett? Nah, Superman wins. Fair enough. I don't have the... I've not done the research to disagree, so I'm kind of forced to take you at your word. I think Superman is lame, but he wins, sadly. Why does he win? Why is it that he wins? I don't know enough about Superman. He like did a big bang at one point. so does Vegeta. Vegeta does the big bang attack. That's a big bang. What do you mean? Superman did like an actual big bang. Yeah, so did Vegeta. He did the Big Bang attack. He threw the sun at another sun and it restarted the universe. Yeah, I could do that. Because some guy was gonna kill his dog or something. That's a Superman moment. That is a very big Superman moment. Ugh. Yeah, I guess Superman wins then. That checks out. Because I guess they kind of make the point of... Was Jade the Spy vs. Sombra on... Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. Sombra vs. Spy Battle by JT Music.
Battle is brought to you by War Robots.
It's brought to us by Robert. I'm glad he's starting with... I'm glad he's starting with this at the start of the song, so that if someone is going through this in a playlist that they have made to listen to someone's music that they enjoy, they would have to sit through this first, right? That seems... And it's like 30 seconds long. Yeah, it's like 30 seconds long. War Robots is literally a 30-second long advertisement. A lady approaches.
Chivalry is dead. I should know. I killed it. Who's that? Thrust to the nines. No clue. Is that a disguise? With a classy suit and tie. Who will look good at
His French isn't bad actually. Not like his. Sometimes it's a little awkward, but probably. That's alright. That's an okay accent. It's a bit cheesy. But yeah, that's like the point. Choice rapper.
Turning off the lights. I spy a problem. Who brought a knife to this gunfight? Outdated tech is what you're using. Sadly, French are best at losing. Wonder why I wanted to do this. The Sombra's an opportunist. What's the point of having class when you're always hiding behind the mask? That acting foolish.
JK, I like this, just not the Sombra bit. I was gonna say I like those. I kinda like them both.
I will break you like a bad habit. You nasty cigarette addict. A knife in my back couldn't find, but I
think the Spy bit is better with the comic music. That's true. I mean, you.
Spy should learn to like me, cause I'm his upgraded version.
I like the lyrics. The lyrics are actually quite intelligent. I'm not gonna lie. They're actually quite intelligent.
But I'm keeping all your secrets, I know all your confidants. When I show you what I know, I'll watch you choke on your croissant. My victims never see me until it's far too late. And when they push up daisies, I'm dancing on their grave. If you wonder when I'm ever gonna stop, I'll be undercover even when I'm off the clock.
This bit's a little bit silly. This bit's a little silly.
Threaten me with blackmail? With that I'll not be bothered. I'll sweep your mother
Bothered.
off your feet, then you can call me father. You don't know
I don't know how I feel about father bothered rhyme.
no wonder mother's lovely. I got the moves like Jagger. Cyberpunk swept the
Okay.
fashion cyanide.
Okay. Okay.
And now her circuits wide. Your SMG is weak. Plus invisibility is cheap. See, I prefer to be incognito. Can you keep up with my alter ego? I insist. When a spy is in our midst, I'm a dead ringer for anyone. There's plenty room for twists.
Your profession is fashion.
Oui, oui.
Nobody does your job better. You're a long shot from an assassin, but I can't confident cross-dresser. Identity theft is bad, but I got one you'll never hack. When I get close to death, I'll have my
Never hack.
translocator send me back. Then I'll drop an EMP. As if you
His
want
chorus is
all
on,
the
but after
options,
FNAF he stopped being
figure it out
unironically good
now.
usually. I was gonna say, I mean even you can tell he improved because even in his
You'd be the kind that would leave. Sound familiar?
Um,
Has to be. I scouted out your
what
family.
was it him or DA Games who put up
Who's on fuego now?
that one song that I like that has Gamble and like all the people in it?
You rely on
One of them put it up.
that is why I call you half-wit. Class cannot be stolen, nor will you ever hack it.
Sorry, but this song
I quite enjoyed that song, and that was like close to the end of the FNAF thing, I think.
Wait. Does that mean we win? Oui, oui, monsieur. Nous avons gagné. Overwatch never stood a chance.
Au revoir, ma petite chauffeur.
I get it because we don't make this French. Don't talk to me, I don't want to hear you talk for another 30 seconds. He's starting his song by going, "Hi kids, do you like violence? Do you want to see me stake 3-inch nails through each one of your eyelids?" Yeah. True. That is a massive upside. I thought the spy, the flow on the spy was better, but I still appreciated the Sombra rapper's verse. I thought it was okay. I have heard worse in my time on this earth. Did I ever tell you the cool game with Gamble in Overwatch? No. I don't know nothing about that. There we go. He did Overwatch rap in first kill and gave each hero 2 lines in the song, and ever since then he does Overwatch hero wrapped around those 2 lines. Like when those 2 lines into the chorus are just in a bit. That's cool. So it's like a expansion of those stories is the concept. The idea that they each told a small part of their story, and the rest of it is them expanding on that story. Which makes sense, because that's kind of the point. That's kind of what Overwatch is, right? You see a small bit of a character story and then you let get well, you used to. They don't really make much story content anymore. Start down 100% of it to China charities. Oh god. That's funny. That's pretty based. I respect that. I mean, that's definitely a Damble thing to do. Zamble's always been cool. That's his whole thing, he's the cool guy. What are your thoughts on the new Neo on Spy album? Haven't heard it. I didn't know he released a new one. To be honest. I had no idea. What's it called? They all end one verse too early. I wonder if I'll think that, because I tend to enjoy shorter songs. I think we both have sort of similar taste in like length of songs though. If a song gets longer than 5 minutes, I start not wanting to listen to it more. Usually, even if the song's like quite good, it has to be like a really good song to justify 5 minutes. It's called What You Want because horror. Oh, I see. What type of horror games? Like Amnesia or like RPG Maker? What are we talking when we say like based around horror games and stuff? Popular ones. I mean, so like Amnesia. in like Outlast or whatever, FNAF. There's two. Oh no, dude! I don't even classify Hello Neighbor as a horror game. I classify that as like a weird psychological experiment. I feel like I'll like it less just for the content matter. I feel like I will care less by virtue that it's to do with like Bendy and Hello Neighbor. Because here's the thing, I care more about the content of lyrics and the song meaning more than you do. You're thinking of old popular ones. I mean, yeah, obviously. Yeah. That was my fave on the album. We'll see. We'll see. I'll listen to it in time and give a professional review. Oh, fuck. I mean, I'm sure I'll still think they're good because it's Nate Wants to Battle, and he tends to not miss. It is very rare that he misses. I don't think there's any Nate Wants to Battle songs that I very heavily dislike. There are ones that I'm less fond on. Wait. I just fucking do that. Wait. What did I just do? Oh, there. How do I like fresh? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. I mean, all we need to do anyway is we need to fix this because apparently this is broken. I guess. Third foreign key. And constrained. I don't know. Class. Go. Fine. Yeah. Go back to tab. Wait. Oh yeah. Yeah? Maybe this'll work? Did it... What? I think it might have busted it. Might have to do this part again. If I do, that's annoying. Also, what the fuck is your screen doing? Link to the album in Discord because YouTube eats links. That's true, they do. Also, what the fuck is your screen doing? You know. You know. Total world aborted. Because I folded it. I feel like I accidentally deleted the data. Windows escaping Windows is crazy. Oh, it's because it's carrying on to my other monitor, is why. You're only seeing my right monitor, but I also have my left monitor turned on, and I'm using it right now. I don't actually know what's happening here. Can I delete that? How do I... It's doing that. Alright. YouTube deletes naughty words and I swear a lot. Yeah. YouTube does do that. That is very true. This is an eye-opening experience, NGL. Crazy, right? Crazy how that works. Gotta work within the constraints of the auto mod. Yeah, I guess I just kind of fucked up. Number of rows per page. What does that mean? What is it talking about? I don't know what the fuck it's saying. Wait. It's like, so, fucking. No, okay. I think I have to do it again then. For the subclasses. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying, actually. Oh well. Better get to it. Either gets done or it doesn't. They're bigger now though. I don't know why it's changed like that. Filter by text. And kind of like foreign key constraint. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm trying to fix. The thing with the foreign key. Foreign column classes. Because I haven't set it here properly. Check condition clear. Hold on. Foreign key constraint failed. Your foreign key definitely. Okay. Any increase? I don't know if that's appropriate. We've set a foreign key on table B. Ah, I'll figure it out later. It's too early for me to figure this out right now. More than Chris Chan cosplayed. Yeah, let's go. Go. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that out with the subclasses later. I'm sure it's something or other. Load up the funny. There we go. I'm loading up the name ones to battle thing now. There we go. Now just let it run, I guess. In the meanwhile, I'm just gonna get to the next table, because... Wait, did I just create the table inside this table? Wait. That didn't, we'll try it anyway. Fuck it. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, this one's really short actually, so this one's a lot easier. On up there, past here. Sure. We'll set it up like that. I feel like that's a different image to what the other one had, which makes me feel like I've somehow set this one up right and the other one up wrong. That's a neat little graphic that they had for that. What's up, Jack Howard? What's poppin'?
So if you want to take your business online...
Alright. I'm just gonna let the music play while I do what I'm doing and analyze it mentally. What's this one called? Stay the Course? Okay. Was double checking. Hello. Oh, no, moved it over. That's the mangled. That's the mangled. That was a pleasant little. Go. That's pretty good. That's not. I like the acoustic bits to that one. I suppose it is a mangled sequel of sorts in terms of the content matter and so on. This is a pleasant little concept. Yeah, this one's just called Hello Neighbor. Okay. That worked. Why this one worked, not the other one? Oh, this one's just broken. Maybe I just delete it. This one's nice. I like this bit here a lot, where the the instrumental's on like a bit of a crescendo, and it does the. Hold on, let me rewind. It does the little. I like this bit that comes up here. Everyone there, they have the secrets. Now I feel like I'm out to see them. I like that. I like the melody on that. That's quite well done. Let me turn it down a little bit. Maybe a little bit. There we go, yeah. I like that quite a lot. I like that melody to it quite a bit. I think that's a nice little melody that he does with that. Otherwise, I think the non-chorus bits are maybe a little bit on the kind of generic rocky side, but I think the chorus itself is quite well done. Very melodic. Very well sang, but that is expected of Nate Wants to Battle, of course. If he didn't do the good rock singing, I would be surprised. What's this? All endings. Oh, this was the one you mentioned, I think. Hello Puppet. I don't even know what this game is, so I have quite literally no bias going in. This reminds me of his fucking Legend of Zelda Mad King flow he did, the da 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 da. Not Mad King, what's it called? Evil King? I think it's Evil King. The one at the end about Ganondorf. Bunga bunga. Yeah, it's always kind of boring. it was good. It had another, but it was sort of similar to Stay the Course, where it had like one bit that I quite liked. Oh, all of your messages have just come in now. By the way, they've all just come in at once. Yeah, I think Hello Neighbor song is my favorite from the album. I don't think it begins with the chorus changes third time around. But the song switched to the chorus, so I need it. What do you give Hello Neighbor out of 10? I didn't think it was that good. It was okay. It was like, I like the art for this interlude, just to say. All the funny little characters. Nice little thing. Let me go back to Hello Neighbor song and just give it a quick skim through. This is the bit I like. This bit's really good. This here. Evil King, yeah. I like this bit a lot. Where it goes, screen goes blue. I like the way he turns up his voice for that bit. I think it's very nice and melodic. It's a pretty good song. It's like 7.5 out of 10, I'd say. It's very melodic and nice, but it's like I mean, it's the reason why I think there's very few No Wants to Battle horror songs that I would give a 10 out of 10. Is that I think to be a 10, to be like a really highly rated song, I think you need to have like more like content to what you're saying, right? I don't really get much from the Hello Neighbor song other than Hello Neighbor, it's nice to meet you, right? Whereas I feel like I did get more from in terms of a sort of story to follow from like Stay the Course. Difference is I think Stay the Course is less melodically pleasing. Anyway, this is Manipulate. I'm interested to see this one because I actually like this game out of all the games here. So.
Was reading all your poetry the other day. Thought I could know you better now another way. But now you got me thinking over what I read. Burning through my retinas, now you're in my head. Maybe you could bother someone else. Maybe you could find the strength to smile.
This is very. This is very. I forget what it's called. It's Kingdom Hearts song. It's very reminiscent of that. Don't like the animation on this one. Obviously, this doesn't count to the actual song, but the actual animation on this was kind of ugly. The actual music video to it is kind of bad looking. I like this bit. This has a very strong like atmosphere to it, and it breaks down into this bit. I like that. I think due to being these very rock type songs, it's modern No Wants to Battle animations are trash. I don't know. I like the animation at the start and introduction. I didn't pay too much attention to the other ones, but. I think this does kind of highlight one thing I think about No Wants to Battle songs is that because he's a very rock and roll kind of guy, if you know what I mean. It's kind of a lot of his songs are like always on, right? Like there's never like a quiet spot in Mangled. It's like this very loud distortion all throughout. I appreciate that this song has a moment of peace that crescendos into this very heavy instrumental, very heavy and dense instrumental. That was okay. That was right. I appreciated the. I mean, you were saying earlier that the songs feel like they cut off one verse too early. I would disagree. I think so far they've gone on about as long as I've expected. 3 minutes, 3:40, 3:30, 3:20. Yeah, they've all been about just over 3 minutes, which feels quite right to me in terms of. I feel like if you went longer, you just kind of run out because there's really not much content. Because if you want to hear the instrumental, you just loop the song. You know, you just replay the song. These ones aren't the ones I think are cut off. I mean, that's not what you said earlier. Earlier you said, I think basically every song other than All Endings is good. They just all end one verse too early. I think the other Hello Neighbors song defo does get cut off too early, like just build up and then just ends. We'll see. I mean, that one's after this bending in the machine one, so we'll play this one next. This dude for real doing the GTA run towards the camera. This animation though, dude. Can't comprehend. Ooh, I like this one. Let me turn this up. Yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Crazy. Yeah, crazy. I think this one I think this one's kind of a vibe. I like this one. This dude's for real Lamar walking towards the camera, holy shit. This dude be schlat walking. Oh, that's fucking vibes. What the fuck? I like this very classical gothic vibe to it. In how he filters his voice. That's cool. Don't start screaming at me, Nate. Nate, if you start screaming at me, I'm gonna be so disappointed. I'm surprised you like this one so much. The anime. I think it actually is GTA walking. I'm surprised you like this one, because content-wise, this one's a lot denser than the Hello Neighbor one. I didn't really gain much of like a progression from the Hello Neighbor one. The vibes were good, but there wasn't much progression to it. It wasn't a song. It was a song, but it wasn't like a media, right? Whereas this one, just even here, this is already like more, you know, instrumental switches than the Hello Neighbor one had. We had this bit here where it like went to this very intense bit where he does this bit on. And then it goes on to this very intense bit where he schlat walks at me. And then it goes back into here. And then it switches up. Here we go, and then it switches up again to this like sort of chiller, more detached feeling, right? Where it's like this sort of melancholic vibe to it. think that's cool. And that's a good stinger to end on as well. That's a good ending line. That's probably my favorite one so far. My name isn't mine. Because that one's got tunes, but it's also got like content. I garnered something from that. Ah, this is the next one. Yeah, this one's less than 3 minutes long, so... All of these next ones are quite short. I assume I'm gonna see what you're saying about the cut-offs.
You dig your way down, you won't like what you find. So keep your hands off of what is clear in mind. You see that fence that don't cross the line. Don't cross the line. Now once upon a
This one's the one I think Ven's better, this one here. The animation's a little silly. Organising a Payday 2 style heist at Argos, gonna mug Argos for the media remote. Get in. Get the juice, dude, get the juice. Oh yeah, it does just cut off. That is very odd. I mean, it's obviously intentional for the effect of the sudden cut off, but that's a bit cringe. It's obviously that's a bit odd. That is a bit weird, isn't it? What you want. There you go. Wait, is this? Oh, this is JT Music! I was like, wait a minute, I know this voice. I was like, wait a minute, I know this guy. Ooh, I like this. Okay, okay. Once again, the animations are very silly. Second chorus to this song makes me nut. We'll see. That was a cool one. That was a shorter one, but I think it was deservedly a bit shorter. I think it honestly probably worked better a bit shorter. Chorus is very good. I appreciated JT's rapping. It was quite on point. If you ask me, JT's main problem with as a rapper is that he tries too hard to sound really hard in all of his stuff, right? He never like pulls back his vocals. He's always like, "Yeah, you walking down the hall," like, you know, that kind of thing. He's not like super hyphy, you know, boom bap about it, but he's a bit too on it. When I think sometimes he would potentially benefit from his vocals being a bit more reserved, but perhaps that is just my opinion. Let's watch the Pets Cop one now. Oh, okay. I think this very esoteric beat he's got here. I like this a lot. This one's really good. This one's really good. I like the production on this one because I feel like a lot of No Wants to Battle songs are like the opposite of like Ninja Sex Party songs, where the vocals are very underproduced, right? You know, he often doesn't use very fancy like layering and echoing all this stuff. So seeing one like this where he's got this very clear filter over it, it's playing this like very virtual effect to it. It's quite cool. I like that one a lot. That one's actually probably my favourite one, just because the vibe was so different. That had such a unique vibe to it. That was so different to his normal like rock song format. That's probably my favourite one so far. That Pets Cop one. Okay, already this one is on its way to be really well liked by me. Let's find this bendy one. It's very like a cultish theming in the animation and the instrumental. I kind of hope he doesn't go back on it. Oops, shit, I didn't mean to. Whoops, might be. Very silly animation. That's another one that just cuts off. Yeah, so that's like two that on this one. I need your opinion on this apocalyptic situation. What do you mean, this apocalyptic situation? The song? Does time go faster when you're horny? Depends. I mean, the notion is that time goes faster when you are having fun. Presumably, if you are horny, you are undergoing some form of pleasure, unless you are being blue-balled. Or doing no-fap. If you've done no-fap, then you're too powerful to be time-controlled. Naturally. Imagine the scenario when you are like searching for the perfect vid. It's like 7 hours later, and you're like, bruh. Shit. That's true. I have experienced that, I will admit. I have definitely had times where I'm like, okay, I gotta grind out this thing, but I can't grind it out right now because I'm horny. I'm just gonna be distracted, right? So I go and be horny elsewhere, as we all do. For however amount of time, and I come back, it's been like at least like an hour. I'm like, I lost so much time. I'm like, no, my juice. I mean, I've never had it be like 7 hours, I don't think. If we weaponize how much faster time goes when horny, big bucks. I mean, that's what porn is. Weaponizing horniness. That's what like female Twitch streamers are, just weaponizing horniness, really. That's like the idea. If we could just control horny. Oh, I see where this is going now. This is what you're getting at. You right, little rat. This is weaponizing horniness for time travel power. What's wrong with weaponizing it for fucking you girls? What's the difference? I'm watching this stream, that'd be odd. Do it to the look, I'll load up some porn on stream, right? We'll pull out the JO crystals. I've cracked out the bots get so many. Bots can't be horny. Yeah, well that's the point, a bot isn't busy. Other people are busy because they gotta go watch their Twitch streamers. Bots do not need. Give me some ASMR help, bro. Hold on, 1 sec. Which one do you want? Vampire ASMR, innocent vampire girl feeds you and rides you? Or do you want 18 plus hot teacher gives you a relaxing... what? Relaxing blowjob? ASMR roleplay little sister's BFF with moaning and grinding? I'm gonna skip that one. I really don't. I want a vampire girl feed me. Yeah, okay. Wait. Wait, is that like 3? Oh. There's like 3 minutes of like a long horror sequence where you're like entering the place. Okay. That's kind of based. Now there's like a Gary's mod room. There's an Invader's Sim poster on the wall.
Oh, hello? You must be the courier. You let yourself in, didn't you? Okay, that's fine. That's fine too. Yeah. So my name's Luna. I'm Raven's roommate, and she told me to handle the delivery whenever he got here, since she's out right now attending to important errands.
This person has cock and balls.
Since you
Yeah, now you have the cock and ball radar. All this time after Spider Monarch. Sure, bud. As if you know anything.
You look quite interesting. Well, for a human anyway. Are you a new courier? Well, Raven doesn't tell me these things, you see, she's just kind of all business and yeah. So it's just left for me to fill in the blanks. Quite literally, actually. I have to take down some
I don't know
things,
what
it's
gay
my
thoughts Lily and Jill blame the PS5. Do you know riding Spider Monarch?
Follow me now.
Dreaming of getting ridden by the Monarch.
Wow. There's a lot more staff on here than I remember. Oh, there we go. Okay.
All the first supposed to be deposited elsewhere.
Huh. So, according to this, you're the 347th courier we've had so far. So I'm hoping you don't die on this secret call, and that the package that you got is real. I can't believe how many idiots have tried to do this before. For your sake, I hope it's the real thing. I don't want to see Raven that angry ever again. Anyways, what's your name? We can start with it.
I don't understand how people posted fucking ASMR, dude. I don't get it. Maybe it's my subliminal creator side speaking, maybe I'm just jealous.
I'm surprised nobody's robbed that yet. Keep it locked up, okay? It's definitely worth keeping. Okay,
I never got ASMR, yeah, pretty much.
Huh? Only one? Wait, just this one? Oh,
Like,
my.
nah, it doesn't do it.
Why do
The
I remember
tingles, dude,
something
the
so
tingles.
new? Are you new to this field?
I mean, I'm sure it gives certain people tingles. I'm sure certain people experience a more strong response to it for one reason or another, but
What's your
I would
instructions
not be
for
able to
it?
comprehend. Which I'm sure it's not. I'd play your videos, but they're all gone.
Okay. And did you follow through with these instructions? whatever reason, or even told me to pay you first when you got here, and I don't know why I haven't seen the package yet, but I guess she trusts you. And, what's your preferred payment format?
Turn it off. Not until you come with something better to put on.
Okay, so you're already...
Crap, that was fine. Which one?
Size medium. Will you take out the vial?
Do you want to hear
Oh wow. Here.
one? Do you want to hear on the most recent Eminem album? He did a skit. He did a skit called Key. It's like a 1 minute in between skit. Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear that real quick? Goku vs Superman, Goku vs Superman. Okay, I'll play Goku vs Superman. I don't really want to, but Goku vs Johnny Spellman. Yeah, true. Very true. Oh, I've got it. Oh, it started max volume. It's Ray William Johnson. Yes. See, if I wanted to troll you, I could have played Superman by Eminem, but I didn't. Something nice like that. You should put Bruce Jenner vs Bruce Banner on. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that one. On the bright side, I think I've finished my database. Oh. I wanted to rescue him. I'm trying to think if I want it to actually be an SDOT file. We'll do it for now, we'll see if it works. Oh no, I'm not gonna watch Batman vs Sherlock Holmes. Bruce Jenner vs Bruce Banner. Alright. Man, 75k dislikes. They literally gave Hulk 21 seconds and Jenner over a minute. Okay. What was the fake file we made up for my college project? Why would I know? Oh, why would I know, dude? It's your project.
I'll school you in this battle of the baddest Bruce. With your He-Man haircut and your Daisy Dukes. I hear you're good at running, you're just like the Flash. Especially in the 100-meter ditch or wife dash. I'm ace in the lab, acid, bass, and treble. So let me break you down on a molecular level. You turned one gold medal to a lifetime of green. The most overrated athlete anyone's ever seen. You need to carry fatherhood across that finish line. Kept up with the Kardashians, but left some kids behind. Run along
Really? There we go, and then Bruce Jenner becomes a female. Oh, that's so fucking cringe. Fuck. You were like, yeah, there's PNGs, JPEGs, .cbt. Did I say .cbt? That's funny.
But you don't need to blame yourself. You a tiger, stop trying to tame yourself. You gotta be big enough to contain yourself. And get hit with a little forgiveness. Be green, it ain't none of my business. You think you're looking good in those torn ass clothes.
Jack the Ripper vs Hannibal Lecter. I mean, I'll probably be going to bed soon.
But you just rage at a Barney theme party. That's probably not something you've seen as a child. One day, did you see your daddy smile? Oh, not strong enough to deal with it now. Laying you down easy, that's kitchen tile. Examine this under your microscope. You got no neck, but you still fucking choke.
Lizard Squad. Lizard Squad. Oh, yeah, I'll put okay before you go. There's always a before you go. Yeah. Put the Lizard Squad strap on. We are the Lizard Squad. As against Teletubbies, we have no bodies, and the only one who will ever say the mothers have ever seen their basements getting fat. What do you think of that? Hold on.
A big fat gizzard like my belly cause I'm a big fat faggot. Not faggot as in sticks or someone who sucks dicks, but the FGT speaks freely of me. And if you look inside a dictionary, it's me that you will see. We are Lizard Squad. As gay as Teletubbies, we have no buddies, and our only friends are the moms we have who let us stay in the basement getting fat. What you think of that? Killing all your connections with a DDoS pack. We can't hack. We're quicker than the plastic on a hot chick's rack. There's nothing you can do. We are coming for you. It's sitting in our basement eating mother's stew. This is a game of power. We never take a shower. Disrespect us and we'll hack you in an hour. As you can see, the only reason we do this is the publicity. Our lives are shit. All we do is sit watching a computer every bit by bit. But here's an interesting twist to the story we think you'll enjoy is the fact that the Final Squad could be a boy. It might be us, the same little losers who rode on the short bus. But we won't say who is who because the only one we troll is little old you when you feed us. And the fatter we get, we all know this is something that you'll never forget. So let us send this message loud and clear. We are the Lizard Squad. We have nothing to fear because we think we're smart and hacking's an art. Anonymous would tear us apart, so we'll sit back, relax, troll you some more, making Xbox and PlayStation our little whore. But the true whore spell L-I-Z-A-R, we suck the D. Everyone knows a lizard life expectancy, which isn't long. Our time is short. We'll run along until our basement party crashes by the end of this song. Just cause I'm in Lizard Squad, I think I can hack. Hey mom, look! I took down the PlayStation Network again! My life is so boring. I have to DDoS consoles every day just to jerk my e-penis that much more.
You really do
Let
be
me
jerking
eat
his
some more
e-penis.
pizzas, cause I'm too fat to move from this spot. Hey,
Hey,
Lizard Squad. Hack this.
this. Yeah. Oh, they took down PSN again. Let's go. They're making sure nobody can buy PS5. They don't want anyone to buy the PS5 because they don't want people to get scammed for their money. Ugh. Alright, I'm turning the stream off. Stream done. Goodbye.